Diddy Combs was famous for holding his annual 4th of July party in the Hamptons. All of the well-known partygoers wore white, and it wasn't exactly a family-friendly event. Now imagine you're a 6-year-old kid and you find yourself a guest there. Allison Hall has more.
Can you believe this 6-year-old boy was once a guest at Diddy's infamous white party? The disgraced mogul has his arm draped around a young Justin Liptofsky back in 1999. Justin is now 31 and tells Inside Edition about taking that photo.
He put his arm around me in an uncomfortable way, close to areas that you shouldn't as a grown man.
He recalls what he saw at the party.
So I remember marijuana, and topless women. That's the two main things that I remember.
So, how'd he end up there? Well, his father, David Allen, was Diddy's photographer, snapping pictures of partygoers in the Hamptons. Justin's mom, Maya, was also there. She says the party was family-friendly at first, but then turned raunchy.
People were getting high. There were girls swimming topless, young-looking girls that were, not dressed. We moved to another part of the house so that he wouldn't be exposed to what was going on.
In later years, Diddy implemented a curfew for children.
The kids had like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, but this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all won't want to come to.
I think he's a monster.
This week, Houston-based lawyer Tony Busby says more than 120 people are coming forward with claims Diddy sexually abused them.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
Did Diddy assault you in any way?
When you say assault, I don't know the exact definition, but he put his arm around me in an uncomfortable way.
Diddy.
Really? Now you people are coming forward and now speaking up on the allegations about Diddy, his experience with a 6-year-old boy. This is kind of similar to Bill Cosby. This is kind of similar to Bill Cosby, people. And I'm not trying to defend Diddy, but if you really think about this is kind of similar to Bill Cosby. Y'all remember when Bill Cosby got accused and all these other women came forward and saying that they proclaimed that Bill Cosby drugged them, poured Jello in their face and licked Jello, all that type of stuff. And I noticed that, these people only come forward when they see you down. When they see you on the ground, that's when they take that opportunity to come in and stump you while you're on that ground. And that's exactly what they did with Bill Cosby. And they're doing the same thing with Diddy now. Exactly the same thing. But Diddy had this coming, though. He been had this coming. But the mother talking about saying that, oh yeah, he's a monster. But yeah, y'all didn't say that back then about him when he was not a monster. Everybody in that party seemed like they was happy when Diddy was on that stage, 2007. I mean, whatever, man. Y'all, man, this is what I'm talking about. These people. This is why I say you should never. If you're a rapper nowadays, if you're an up and coming rapper, best thing to do is don't take no pictures with no kids, because they will use that against you 20 years later when you're probably like in your 50s and you know what I'm saying, you're a successful rapper, and then 20 and 30 years later they'll use that old picture like what you see right now from all the way back from 1999 and say like, yeah, I was at Diddy's party back in 1999, but he touched me a certain kind of way. If you're a rapper right now, don't take no pictures with no kids. Y'all see what they're doing with Diddy now. They bringing up some shit on him, bringing up some allegations on him way back in 1999. They just now coming out the closet saying this about Diddy. They just now saying this about him. And you parents out there should be ashamed of yourselves. They should bring you, you know what I'm saying? For all you parents out there that brought your kids in Diddy's party, y'all should be questioning these parents on why did they brought them around Diddy's and everything like that. Okay, Okay, yeah, you was Diddy's whatever that he said Diddy was for him. They should bring the parents in for questioning. Why, you know what I'm saying? Now the mother claimed that they left and everything like that, but you know the parents, they gonna try to cover their ass. They gonna try to cover their ass. It ain't no different than R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? These parents sat there and left their kids with these rappers. You know what I'm saying? That's the same excuse. When these stupid parents left their kids with R. Kelly. Left their kids with R. Kelly. And then try to, you know what I'm saying, even though R. Kelly should have been the bigger person and should have just sat there and told the parents, like, look, I'm not responsible for your kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want your kid, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would have said if I was R. Kelly. I don't care if I do have fans. If I got fans, you know, like if I was a big celebrity and I had a huge following, and all of a sudden I have family members saying like, hey, there, Mr. Jug, you know, we're big fans of you and everything like that. Hey, my daughter, she would like to hang out with you and something like that. I'm gonna look at the parents and like, hell no, your daughter's not hanging out with me. I don't want nothing to do with your kids. I don't want your kids hanging around with me. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I have to call the police on your ass. Have your ass locked up. Like you're trying to get your kids to hang out with me or whatever. Try to dig money out of me. You know, and that's what some parents did back in the R. Kelly days. Back then, R. Kelly, some of these young mothers would get their own daughters to sit there and get with R. Kelly and everything like that. And if you go back and watch the interviews, they'll tell you that. They'll tell you that shit of people who was in the backstage, seeing like a bunch of mothers back there with their daughters trying to get them to get with R. Kelly. You know, there's a lot of allegations about that. But yeah, this 6-year-old kid right here named Justin right here, he's fully grown. And, you know, he was a kid back then, but why y'all didn't say anything now? I mean, all of a sudden y'all speaking up and saying something about it now. So I guess Diddy touched you the wrong way when you was a 6-year-old child. You know, I wouldn't, you know what? You know what, Justin? You should be mad at your parents instead of being mad at Diddy. So yeah, you got every right to be mad with Diddy, but you also need to be mad with your mom and your dad. You should blame them because you certainly didn't get in there by yourself. It was because of your parents. So Justin, I know you're like 30 something years old now. Yeah, you're probably still hunted what Diddy did, but yeah, you got every right to be upset at Diddy for touching you the wrong way, but you really need to be more angry with your parents because they the one that brought you around him. Because again, you didn't get in there on your own, not by yourself. You just one of the lucky kids to get in there. And then these people talking say, oh, he's a monster and this and that. But yeah, y'all didn't say that. Y'all didn't say that about Diddy back then. Y'all didn't say that about him back then. And once again, I'm not trying to defend Diddy, but I'm just looking at all these people who sitting there saying that he's a monster now. Yeah, you was at his party, y'all was smiling in his face, kissing his ass. Oh, y'all didn't have a problem. You parents didn't have a problem having your child running around there half naked around Diddy's party. You parents didn't have a problem with that back then. Even if y'all did have, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't have a problem with it back then, but right now it's a problem now. Oh, right now, Diddy's a monster right now because he allowed that to went on, but you parents egged it on. You egged it on back then. So anybody who should be down there with Diddy, you parents, that's one that's coming forward, y'all should be in there with Diddy. For all you parents, they should bring y'all in for questioning for bringing your kids around that environment. You know what I'm saying? They do, people. All you people now coming forward now trying to say Diddy's a monster now, which he is a monster. But it just irks me that y'all just now saying something. Y'all just now saying something about it now. That's because people wants to kick you while you're still down. They want to kick you while you're down. When Diddy was out, when he was a free man, ain't none of y'all came out and said nothing. Ain't none of y'all tried to get together and try to bury him. None of y'all did. But now that he's locked up now, and he's got a video footage of him beating on a woman, this is where y'all say, okay, everybody, this is our opportunity, which y'all are doing the right thing, but it just kills me is why y'all saying something about it now. Y'all didn't have a problem y'all didn't have an issue with it back then. Y'all thought it was normal. But see, now they're finally opening up and waking up and smelling the coffee now. I guess because Diddy might owe these people money probably. Diddy might owe them money. People have bitterness. Some people have grudges. Some people never let go of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what Diddy did to these people? Who knows what he did to them? But at the same time, man, I'm just looking at all these hypocrites just now just saying something. Yeah, Diddy had half-naked ass girls around our kids. And why the hell did you bring your kids around here if you know Diddy was gonna have some half-naked ass girls or women's running around there with no shirt on or being half naked? Why in the hell you bring your kids around there, stupid? Once again, y'all should be brought down there being questioning. Y'all should be sitting up in there along beside that monster Diddy. Hypocrites. Just plain hypocrites, man. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about this, man? I blame the parents for that. I totally blame the parents. Y'all sitting there talking about, yeah, I brought my kids around Diddy and all them, and all of a sudden Diddy and them had girls in there. Man, y'all stayed there. That mother trying to make it look like that she left. They stayed there the whole fucking time, man, while they had their kids there. All of them did. They brought their kids there. They saw these half-naked ass women and girls running around there half-naked, and y'all was cool with it back then. Y'all was cool with it. Now all of a sudden, he's a monster now. But y'all brought your kids around that environment. So once again, you parents is just as much of a monster as Diddy is. But you know what they say? Some people just like to play victim. Some people just love to sit there and just play the victim. And that's how it is in this world now. We live in a world nowadays that some people just wants to sit there and just always want to play victim. Always want to sit there and play the victim game. Shaking my head right now, people. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about this situation right here, man. This whole thing is baloney right here. But Diddy made a lot of enemies, and Diddy's getting what he deserved because when you treat people like crap, karma comes back and bites you in the ass. And Diddy right now is paying the price for it. But that's what happens, Diddy, when you get too comfortable bringing around a bunch of random people at a party. That's what happens when you get too comfortable with your fans out there. No different than EDP. The difference is EDP ain't inviting none of his fans at no party or nothing like that. But he got too comfortable with his fans. He thought people loved him. He thought he was untouchable. He even admitted it in one of his videos. EDP admitted it in one of his videos that he thought he was untouchable. Because he thought because his whole fan base loved him and that they always would have his back. You're going to have some idiots out there that's going to back him up, the stupid EDP trolls out there. They're the ones that's going to defend him. But, you don't pay idiots like that no mind because they just trying to clout chase and trying to get you to respond to them. The best thing to do is just ignore them or block them. Don't respond to them. Simple as that. But that's what happened with EDP. He got too comfortable with his fans out there. That's what he did. And Diddy did the same thing. You got too comfortable with your fans out there, and they using this as dirt on you now. Pathetic, Diddy, pathetic. If I was that famous, I'm not making no party, inviting no fans over. I ain't doing all that. Because something go wrong over there, then they're going to try to put dirt on you. They're going to leave you responsible for all that. Pitiful, 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 man, and pathetic. Anyway, peace.